Today was National Cinema Day in the United States, which means that cinemas had tickets for only $4. With inflation being absolutely insane right now, I could not pass up on $4 tickets. I wanted to spend the entire day at the cinema. I practically live there. It is truly my happy place. I go there when I feel sad and want to escape the realities of life. I go there when I'm really excited about life too. I love the cinema. I created a cinema during quarantine in my living room. We built a giant projector screen and we had a projector, and then the projector broke so we don't have it anymore, but that's not the point. The point is I love the cinema. As of today, I've seen 26 movies in the cinema this year. So originally today I wanted to see how many movies I could see for $4. I feel like I probably could have gotten 4 in if I started really early in the morning and then I ended it really late at night. But unfortunately I had other things that I had to do today, so that was not gonna work. And I also have to go to work in the morning and I really didn't fancy coming home at like 2 in the morning. So I only ended up seeing 2 movies, which is okay because I've pretty much seen everything else, so I would have ran out anyway and I would have had to like rewatch something, which is fine. I probably could have seen Barbie again. I saw 2 movies at the cinema today, Gran Turismo and Blue Beetle, and I went to 2 different cinemas. Because of the writers and actors strike, I will not be reviewing those movies. Instead, I'm gonna review the cinemas. The first movie of the day, Gran Turismo, was at the Alamo Drafthouse in St. Louis. This is a newer theater to St. Louis, and I absolutely love it. It's got a very unique feel. They have old movie posters completely covering the walls. The carpet is straight out of The Shining. And when you get inside, the seats are super comfy. You get little tables that like rotate in front of you where you can put your food. I love that. That's a nice touch, the little rotating table, because the other cinemas don't have a table at all. And you just kind of have to hold your stuff in your lap. You can also order food from your seat. They give you a menu and these little like note cards, and you just write down what you want, put it on your little table, press a button, and they will come to you, get your stuff. It's pretty great. The only thing, it is kind of expensive because they charge 18% gratuity automatically, and that goes to everybody. And then if you want to tip your individual waiter or waitress, then you tip on top of that. So it is pricey. We bought 2 drinks today and it was like $16. So not thrilled about that. Our popcorn was free, which is nice because my brother had a reward. They do have incredible popcorn. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because it's out of like a nice metal bowl instead of that plastic tub that you get at other cinemas. And they have this like seasoned salt that you can put on top. Oh, it's delicious. So I do rate the popcorn 10 out of 10. Probably the best popcorn I've ever had at a cinema. Absolutely amazing, but it is expensive. The seats also recline, which is pretty much common at every cinema around here now. It is a pretty cool cinema. We don't go too often. It's more of like a special occasion cinema. The second cinema we went to was a B&B theater all the way in Wentzville, Missouri. So we went pretty far for that one. You're probably like, why did you drive an extra hour to go to a cinema when there were so many options right next to you? Well, for $4, I wanted to go someplace that I probably wouldn't normally go. And that's why we went to the B&B. It was also the closest B&B that had a grand screen, which is their big screen. At the Alamo, it was called the Big Show. B&B Theater started in Missouri, and it's, I think, the 5th largest chain in the country. It's got a more similar vibe to like your AMC's, or if you're in this area, also Marcus cinemas. They all sort of feel the same. So it wasn't really anything different. It wasn't like the Alamo experience, which is quite different than the other cinemas. This showing was completely sold out. The Alamo was really chill, and there were not a lot of people in our cinema. But this one, totally sold out. So it was a lot more chaotic. Just now realizing that I did not plug in my microphone. I shot this entire thing on the camera microphone instead of my external microphone, so I'm gonna film this bit without the microphone as well to keep it consistent. Speaking of forgetting, it's been a very long day. I forgot to mention the biggest difference between the Alamo and a lot of other cinemas is that they have a very strict cell phone policy. If you are caught talking or texting on your phone, you can be potentially thrown out. And if you're a repeat offender, you can even be banned. Which is kind of great because when I went to B&B, there were people on their phone, there were people talking next to me, people walking in and out non-stop, and a child crying for a very long time. A small baby. Like, why? It was quite distracting. So I do appreciate the Alamo and how chill everyone is because they follow the policy quite well. Alright, Cannot believe I didn't plug in my microphone. This is annoying. I thought about not even posting this, but I'm trying to be less of a perfectionist, so we're just gonna roll with it. It's fine. It's all fine. Back to the video. We didn't eat anything at the cinema because I had already had my popcorn fixed for the day, but I'm sure it's your standard popcorn. Nothing too special. They also have reclining seats. The one thing that I give B&B theaters major points for is an actual ticket stub. This is an actual ticket. Thank you. Unlike the Alamo, this is a receipt. This is not a ticket, this is a receipt. So many cinemas lately are giving you receipt tickets. I don't want this. I don't want this. I want an actual ticket stub that has thickness to it and that I can save. This sucks. So Alamo gets like deducted points on that, and 10 out of 10 for B&B for giving me an actual ticket. Thank you. I don't know if anybody else feels this strongly about tickets, but I save all of mine. I have a bunch of them in a little tin up there. It's actually a tea tin, but I save all of my movie tickets. Let me get it. It's in a tea tin. These are all my tickets from like the last, I don't know, decade or something like that. Look at that. And just the little receipt tickets are awful and they fade and I don't like them. Actually, a bunch of these are fading. That's frightening. It's How to Train Your Dragon. It's totally fading. God, that's depressing. How do you keep them from not fading? Anyway, I'm getting off track here. But yes, National Cinema Day was a huge success. I thought about adding a third movie and just marathoning the day, but I kind of hit my cap at about 2. I did Barbenheimer a while ago, and man, was that an exhausting day. It was super fun. And I did Oppenheimer then Barbie, the proper way you should do it, and it was great, but I was kind of tired by the end of it. That was like 5+ hours of sitting in the cinema. National Cinema Day was an awesome success for me. I would rate the Alamo Drafthouse a 10 out of 10 except for its food prices. I'm gonna dock it down to like an 8.5 because of that. It's expensive, but they do a really good service, so there's that. And then B&B is like your average cinema. I don't know, it's like a 7. It's fine, it's good. But my favorite cinema that I have ever experienced was in Maryland, and it had an Egyptian theme. It was a Cinemark, and like you walked in and it just had like hieroglyphics and tombs and like all these statues, and it was nuts. It was a properly themed cinema. I've never been to one like that before. That is by far the best one I've ever been to. That was an 11 out of 10. Nothing beats that. What is the coolest cinema you have ever been to? Please tell me. And if I can get to it someday, maybe I'll do a review of it. I hope you maybe enjoyed National Cinema Day. If not, I hope you had a great Sunday. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Remember to keep it weird and keep it real.